Oh, Blue Coats 2023 action going on. That's the bops for the car ride today. This is my favorite part. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. Just wait. 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 Ready? See? It's my favorite part of the song. Hello, Silent Command family! I am Peyton Brillhart, one of your lessons instructors and clinician, and also the head drum major of Spirit of Atlanta for the 2025 season. Today, we're at the Motherland, betterly known as Target. We're gonna go through what I am going to be purchasing for the upcoming 2025 season. Some of these I'm just going to be rather showing than purchasing today because I need to get paid. I'm waiting to get paid. So a lot of these will be things that I will purchase within the next week before I inevitably have to ship out to Georgia. But I will be walking you through not only what I plan on purchasing, as well as what I will be packing with me when I get home and film that half of the vlog. So, let's go. You know when you go to Target and you like only need one item and then you end up blacking out as you get to Target? That's what we're not gonna do today. First thing that's quite literally in like the dollar section is a good shower caddy. I have one that I personally use, but it's very effective to bring one because when you are going to and from the showers, from the gym to the showering areas, you need something handy that you're going to be able to pack all of your toiletries and such in, especially when you are in a rush. So, highly recommend something cheaper, but it's whatever works. Also here is some cheap towels. I personally enjoy the quick dry microfiber like camping towels. You can purchase them on Amazon. I can show you the type that I got when I go home and show you the haul there, but that's just something also to consider. This section here at Target, a lot of very effective things. Tide stick, fabric spray. Usually it's not recommended for when you put it on your uniform and such. Bad idea. Don't do that if you were told not to do that. However, in a quick fix when you do need it and your laundry stinks, things like fabric softener, Wool's fabric sprays, great fix for that. This section right here, like again the $5 beauty section, has a lot of great options as well. A lot of good face sunscreens as well as minis for different makeup needs, hair needs, which can help both my male and female audiences on here because you get your mini like got to be hair gel and that can help you, or you get your mini dry shampoo and that's something, and it'll go on a flight. So I don't need to say much about that section. I'm bringing a ton of, once again, sunscreen because I will be doing spring training down south where the UV will be insane, and I don't want skin cancer and you don't want skin cancer either. So I highly recommend bringing a good sunscreen, both for your face and for your body. It doesn't matter whether you prefer cream sunscreen or spray sunscreen. I personally like spray because it's easier to put on. However, there is user error involved in that. So, deodorant. I typically bring 2 sticks of deodorant. However, I use men's deodorant on tour. So, just because it works for me, it's whatever floats your boat. Once again, tooth, oral hygiene, all that kind of stuff. I usually start my season with a fresh toothbrush and bring 1 full thing of tube of toothpaste, as well as the little flosser guys, because I'm someone who really enjoys keeping up with my oral hygiene on tour. If you don't, you're weird. The floss picks are an easy option. You can just toss them when you're at a housing site too. So it's whatever is going to make your life easiest. Target, I am not familiar with your liquid IV game. However, you have in fact stepped it up. I personally love powdered electrolyte supplements. I'm a runner. I use them every day in general. I really like sugar-free peach liquid IV. Like I've said many times, whatever floats your boat. If you like Element, if you like liquid IV, if you like the Noon tablets, if you like Mio, as long as it's not Mio Energy, you do you. I really like protein bars. They're very easy for me to keep in my bag, so I usually start spring training with a whole bunch of them. I usually bring 1 thing of Febreze for the bus because it does get stinky and I do like having my space feel clean. Sometimes I will also get one of the fabric sprays, again for my laundry, just because it will stink. I tend to keep my laundry in a mesh bag, and then I will take the mesh bag and put it in a trash bag so that I can mitigate the stench from my clean laundry to my dirty laundry. And that brings us to our next topic. I get Tide Pods. I put them in a Tupperware container, and I have my Tide Pods that I will take out whenever we do have a laundry day, and then my quarters will be there as well. I'll also take some laundry sheets, put them in there too. Some people really like neck pillows. I'm not the biggest fan. However, you know what I am a big fan of? Packing cubes. Makes your life so much easier. Oh, and look at that. We're in the luggage section. I personally have a hardcover. I had a soft shell for my first 2 seasons, and now I have converted. So we will see how that goes, but I'm very excited about it. It was a really good Christmas gift. I also really recommend investing in a good portable charger. It will do you wonders when you actually go on tour and you don't have the time or space to get to an outlet. Sheets and throw blankets. I usually bring 1 pair of sheets so that I can put it on the bus seats, because I don't like the feeling of crushed velvet when I'm trying to sleep. And then I will usually just bring 1 or 2 throw blankets. And then what I will do is I will take my pillowcase for the season, and I will shove my singular blanket into said pillowcase, as well as whatever stuffed animal I inevitably bring. And then that's what I lug into the school at 3 in the morning. And it does the job. I also recommend bringing a pillow that you don't necessarily care about. The one I use is quite literally $10 from Target, because I will probably end up throwing that pillow away by the end of the season because I won't have space in my luggage. You also have to keep in mind that there's so much stuff that you buy as the season goes on, so don't overpack. Something like this is absolutely insane, like the big setup they got going on, but something smaller, like one of these guys, one of the section large baskets, you will be able to stick on your bus windows and keep your own personal items like journals, deltas in our case scenario, core necklaces, makeup, whatever it may be. I really recommend getting a suction basket and then putting it on the windows of your bus, because it's a great way to keep your personal items. But that's something that you can purchase at a Walmart run as well. And on that topic, I don't bring my bus box with me to spring training. I usually end up purchasing my bus box at our first Walmart run, just because it saves me space. All of these are going to go into these. Packing cubes are probably my biggest recommendation when it comes to things to bring on tour. They keep everything properly organized, they keep the stench out. My life hack is to put laundry beads into these little mesh bags and to stick them into the packing cubes. That way, it keeps your things smelling nice and differentiates the dirty clothes from the clean clothes. I'll usually do around the 10 white t-shirts that I'll inevitably end up throwing out at the end of the season anyways. Probably around 3 to 4 tank tops and stuff, and then probably around 5 regular shirts. Those can be used for sleep, they can be used for when I don't feel like wearing a white t-shirt, they can be used for a free day, they can be used for when I'm on the bus. They're multi-purpose, and the white shirts are mainly just for rehearsal. I also had my towel come in. This is my 3rd one. Again, it was $8 on Amazon. I probably shouldn't have thrown it away the last season, but I did because I needed to make space for my luggage. So, I have a new towel. I'm going to hang this on bungee cords in my personal seat, and it won't get all gross in my laundry, I hope. 1 to 2 pairs of UV blocker sunglasses, because I don't want to get UV rays into my eyes and ruin my eyes. 15-ish pairs of sports bras. This can range from brands like Under Armour, Nike, Lululemon. Some of them do run on the more expensive side, but a lot of these have lasted me through multiple seasons of drum corps. So I always like to invest in materials of clothing that will feel good on my body and last a long time too. I think that's worth the investment. I think I already talked about shorts. I really personally enjoy Nike brand. I will be bringing 2 pairs of shoes, both pairs of my Hokas. These ones have a lot of miles on them, which is why I'm bringing them, because I will expect to kind of just beat them up a little bit, which is fine with me. My other pair will be used primarily for like standing and stuff. And then I do have my Chacos as my shower shoes, and those will also be my free day shoes. So 3 pairs of shoes in total. My number one underrated item is an eye mask. I will wear this on the bus. I will wear this in any housing site that the lights don't go out in. Helps me sleep, helps me feel more energized in the mornings, helps my quality of life overall. Highly recommend. Like I said when I was on our little Target extravaganza, I will do like 2 to 3 things of deodorant, plus an antiperspirant, plus like a body spray, because I like to feel clean. So one of these will probably be in the rehearsal bag, another of them will be in my toiletries bag, one of them might be in my bus box on the bus. So multiple sticks of deodorant in multiple areas at any given time. This is a big one. Massage gun. My parents bought me this for Christmas. Game changer. And it's mini. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That's what's up. Right here is my toiletries bag. See, I will be able to put all of my actual shower items in this pocket. And then in this pocket, I'll be able to put things like my toothpaste, my toothbrush, my retainer. Because I do bring my retainer on tour because I am a psycho. And I'm proud of it. This is my rehearsal bag that I will be using that will also be used for essentially everything else. I will shove my toiletries bag into here. I'll shove my makeup bag into here. This bag has done me so well. And it has also done me through 2 seasons of drum corps already. So I know she is tried and true.